Hi, it's Melanie and I'm back at Oil Life again. So a few years ago I tried to teach you guys how to make mayo and I failed miserably, and it's always bothered me that I never could make it work for you guys. So I wanted to come back and make mayo from homemade. So since I've been making mayo from scratch, I have never buy mayo anymore. And once you see how easy this is, hopefully you'll think the same thing. So I did forget one item today that I have at home that you guys might really like, and that is I have a little reamer that actually fits right here on my 2-cup measuring or 2-cup canning jar. And so I can actually just set that on here and like this with the lemon and get my lemon juice. And so I feel bad I forgot that today, but just know that you could look for it, find it online. Okay, so the first thing we do is we put the egg in the bottom. This is a gotta. This is one of the things that makes this work. So the egg is in the bottom, and then we're gonna use this citrus juicer, and you can put in a tablespoon or so of oil. I like plenty of oil, or excuse me, lemon, and so I like plenty of lemon, so I tend to just put up almost the whole half of the lemon in, okay? So we're gonna set that right here. And just so you know, you could throw lemon zest in at that time also. Okay, then our next step is that we need to add some mustard. So there's recipes out there where you use powdered mustard. I like Dijon mustard. I like the bite that the Dijon mustard gives it. So again, that's just about a tablespoon. I do like to use light olive oil just because then it doesn't have quite as intense of an olive oil taste to it. So we're gonna measure out 1 cup of olive oil. So just as a reminder, really quick, you've got your egg, so 1 egg, you've got a tablespoon of mustard, and then we're gonna throw salt and pepper in too, and then we've got about a teaspoon, and then a pinch, I would say, of mustard. Just kind of depends on your taste. Then we've got our cup of oil. Here's the next important step. So what you do is you put your olive oil in, and then we stand here and wait for a few minutes, because you want your egg to be nicely seated on the bottom of the jar so that that way it will emulsify with your oil that's in there. So this is a stand immersion blender. I always try and get it right over the egg so that that way I do make sure it emulsifies in the beginning. And so here we go. We're going to start talking and mixing here at the same time. In the beginning, you want to just pulse it. Okay, now it's looking like it broke, and that's what happened to me last time. Well, I have realized that if you continue to add your oil, just drizzling the rest of that half a cup in, slowly, it will emulsify. And there are a lot of recipes. Can you hear the motor changing in the immersion blender? Because that's what's happening. And it's going to be like this really cool magic trick. In fact, this is a fun thing you could do with your kids. So you don't want to pick that blender up, and you don't want to break the top of your product, okay? So you just barely mix that around. Oh my gosh, look at this absolutely beautiful mayo. Yeah, it worked. And I can't tell you how many. This one is a little bit thinner. It's kind of sometimes it's thick, sometimes it's not as thick. So it's kind of just you get what you get. How about that? Because you don't have all of the extra junk, I'm gonna call it, that makes a store-bought mayo stick together. It makes it a lot more firm, I guess you could say. So now let's throw in our last amazing ingredient here. Let's see, I'm gonna set the immersion blender over there. Here's our doTERRA lemon oil. Most of you probably know that if it says supplement on the side with the nutritional facts, that means you can eat it, okay? And so you guys are used to eating lemon all the time anyway. So here's, again, you can put in as much or as little as you want of it. So I just put that in at the end and then just whisk it in. And then nothing's complete without a taste, so perfect. If it's not lemony enough, then you just add some more lemon in. So we've got this great mayo. We're gonna make an amazing grape salad that's just really fast. So, you know, this time of year, grapes are out prolifically, and it seems like grapes stay out clear till Christmas now. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to share this recipe with you today. This is one of our family favorites. It has a few things in it that are a little bit different than your normal just chicken salad. So here is about 2 pounds. I have to tell you, this is a little more than 2 pounds of chicken that has been poached. So here's a great trick for you to remember. Wow, hopefully this is all gonna fit in this bowl. I may have to find a bigger bowl. When you're poaching your chicken, one of the things that makes chicken so divine is to use chicken stock. So you can totally just use an onion, a carrot, and a celery. That's kind of the things that we grew up doing, poaching chicken that way. But if you will, instead of water, use chicken stock, it just bounces the flavor up crazy good. So like I said, that's about 2 pounds of chicken that's cooked. And I did this in my pressure cooker, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do it in your pressure cooker too. Okay, I am gonna have to find a bigger bowl. We'll just put some in and then we'll get a bigger bowl. So this is just about, 2 cups of grapes, I would say. Obviously this is more than that. A cup of celery, and they're both just diced up, okay? And so that's the biggest ingredient that's going into this, other than we're gonna throw a splash of lemon on it. So again, that bumps the flavor up. We're gonna splash just a couple of drops to, again, take that flavor to the next level. And here's the secret ingredient, you guys. This is what makes this so, so yummy. It's tarragon, French tarragon. Tarragon is not a herb that we use an awful lot, but it is amazing. It has, the best aroma. I love it. It's just a tinge of anise in it. And so some of you may say, well, have I ever thrown fennel in this salad oil? And I haven't tried that. I just use the tarragon leaves. So I hope you guys know this cute trick, and that is, these are just the dry leaves, and we want to release those oils, like our amazing oils, essential oils that we use. And so if you'll just drop that out and then rub it back and forth between your hand, then that releases all that amazing flavor. So now we're gonna take this crazy, wonderful mayo that we made. Isn't that beautiful? And just so you know, when it goes in the fridge, I feel like it does thicken up just a little bit. So it's perfect for your sandwiches and everything that you want to make with mayo. I make homemade ranch dressing all the time. I pretty much make all of my dressings from scratch. So if that's something that you would like to have down the road demoed at Oil Life, let them know, and we will do a dressings and with mayo as the base of most of them. So isn't this beautiful? So fun with all the color. We tend to just eat it like this most of the time, but you could certainly, sorry, I'm gonna put a little more in here. You could certainly put it on a croissant. That's always fun to do. A piece of flatbread, it would be really tasty on flatbread. You could put it even on crackers as an appetizer if you wanted to, just small crackers. So, yay, hey, I've redeemed myself finally. Mayo that worked. Have a great day, and it's been fun to visit with you from Oil Life. We'll see you again another time.